Hello, I stream this a fair bit and I often see people come in and complain about those discover location contracts, and I think I have figured out how to do them fairly reliably. A lot of people end up walking around for ages and not actually finding where they're the place they're looking for, and I think I've figured out how to do it. I think most of the confusion comes from the fact that where the names are for the specific areas you're told to go to doesn't always add up with what the area actually is shaped like. What I mean is, if you look at Sunreach down here, it has the name Sunreach right there, but the area on the map, at least as far as I can tell, is this long sausage here. That's Sunreach, that there, and the name is just placed in the middle of that blob. So people can tell you to go to Sunreach from up here and search for something in the region of Sunreach, and the location might actually be down here because Sunreach is a big sausage and it's not necessarily where the name is. So the best thing I've found is whenever they tell you, give you one of those contracts, they'll tell you northeast, west, south, whatever. Just beeline in that direction. Don't look at where the name is. Do it for reference, but beeline in that direction that they give you. So just go straight north if he says north. Don't, like, if we were in Seerfeld here and say we got a contract to find something to the north, a lot of people will be tempted to go around the mountain and start searching up here. I've seen that quite a lot, and people tend to miss the actual location because it's usually closer than they think. And as long as you go straight in the line, I haven't really seen it diverge much. Like, there's 8 directions. There's north, southwest, blah blah, and then there's northwest, southwest, all that stuff. I point here, but say southwest. It's down there. There doesn't seem to be anywhere in between, and the locations seem to be fairly rigidly in those directions. A thing you can do, though, is if this guy says it's in the Speedwell fields to the east, for example, then you go, what the fuck? It says Speedwell fields over here, but east's over here. What's going on? Well, Speedwell fields, as far as I can tell, the terrain generation thinks, is the type of terrain that's underneath the name. So in this case, grass. So like Sunreach down here, this entire blob of grass is Speedwell fields, which means this also over here is Speedwell fields, and that's to the east. Name's down there to the southwest. What the fuck, people think. But still, just do what he says. Just go straight east. Straight east. Don't navigate around difficult terrain as much as you can. Just go straight east. Oftentimes it's not very far either. Not too far. If this like, you can zoom, but the screen's distance is of course also relative to resolution. But not too far, when they say that, I find is usually around from Seerfeld to this distance here. That's not too far. Or some way would be like this here. A long way would be like this. It's not very far away oftentimes. Sometimes the map generation can do funny things, especially if a map has a big river that sort of bisects an area. That can be awkward. So I would avoid those contracts near areas that have rivers like this, simply because it can do weird things to the area where it's not always clear. They'll also sometimes mention that it's in the hills, it's in the plains, it's in the steppes. Plains, of course, is this grass stuff. Hills is not quite mountains, like this crap around here. And steppes, of course, are these. So you can use that as well, and forest. But generally, like I said before, just go in the direction given. Don't think about where what is, except for terrain type. Just do that. That works for me most of the time. So I hope that saves you some frustration. You go